Julie Campbell here, host of Fit Mama Health Talk here on the Live Network for Women. I am so excited to talk about today's topic. On this episode, we're going to talk about inflammation. Inflammation going on in your body, inflammation going on in your gut. I specialize in helping women that are super busy and they're struggling with getting rid of either just overall weight or primarily belly fat. Okay, and inflammation plays a huge role in that. It plays a huge role in how you feel, plays a huge role in the belly fat that a lot of times we're holding on to and cannot get rid of no matter what we do. Okay, inflammation is caused by a lot of things. I want to talk about in today's episode is what causes inflammation and what are things that we can actually do to get rid of the inflammation, right? So inflammation is something that you'll constantly fight because of things that we put in our bodies or our environments, outside sources, you name it. There's so many things going on that can cause inflammation. And there's things that you can be practicing on a daily basis, creating more habits around these things that will help you keep it under control, keep it at bay, keep the belly fat down, keep the stomach bloat going down, all the things, right? But first, let's talk about what causes inflammation. Inflammation in our body, and primarily I'm talking about in our gut, right? So gluten is a big cause, not for everybody, but for a lot of people. A lot of times people when you eat gluten on a regular basis, you might feel bloated a lot, okay? Or maybe an upset stomach. Now, some people have legit allergies to gluten. Those people have to go gluten-free totally for medical reasons. Some people just literally don't like how they feel when they eat gluten and they cut that out or they at least limit it. And some people do not get triggered at all by gluten. So I'm not here saying, hey, you gotta go gluten-free. Everybody's different. You have to do what's right for you and your body. And also know what triggers your body. Some women legitimately have gut health issues, Hashimoto's, thyroid issues, these types of things. And they do specific elimination diets where they realize their triggers are gluten. So they cut it out, digestive system improves so much, plus a lot of other things. So gluten is one cause, but there's plenty of others, okay? The next one also is we have alcohol. Alcohol is also another cause of inflammation in our gut. Am I telling you you can never have another drop in your life? No, just limit it. Moderation. Everything in moderation. Okay? Processed foods. If it's made in a factory, high fructose corn syrup, GMOs, trans fats, these things that are in the foods, if it's made in a factory, more than likely, it's processed foods. These processed foods cause all kinds of health issues and gut inflammation. Okay, so if you find yourself eating a lot of things out of the box, eating a lot of things that you just get from the store, you have to throw it in the oven, cook it, and it's good to go. Or I always call it like the heat it and eat it. Heat it and eat it style foods in the frozen section that's already fully loaded, everything you need. It's cooked already. All you gotta do is heat it up. It's processed, you guys. These are things that are actually, there's so many hidden stuff in that type of food. Even though it's convenient, it's causing you to be unhealthy. So more whole foods, fresh foods, always are going to be a better route. Now, if you're listening to me now and you're thinking, but I don't have time. I don't have time to prep all this healthy food. I don't have time to cook all the time. The biggest thing and best thing you can do in that scenario is spend a little bit of time on the weekends to prep some food for the week. If you can't, because you're all the things, all the many hats that you wear throughout the week. You've got work, you've got your business you're running, you've got kids that you pick up from school and then take to soccer practice and baseball practice and all of the different things that you do every single day. So to actually stop and cook really is a legitimate problem because you don't have that much time. You've got to meal prep some food so that you don't have to cook throughout the week. It will save yourself so much time, so much stress, and so much weight. Right, so processed food. Dairy sometimes can cause some inflammation. Again, that's one of those that everybody's different on how much they trigger from that. But here's the things that I love to talk about most. Stress. Stress is one of the most common causes. You have to learn ways to manage your stress. Lack of sleep, if you're not sleeping enough. 6 to 8 hours is recommended, guys. Sometimes you're like, oh my gosh, but I get up at 4 o'clock. Then what time are you going to bed? I used to be that person. I used to get up at 3:45 every single day, but I wasn't getting in bed till like 11:30 because I didn't have the discipline to put myself into bed. It takes the discipline. You got to get yourself sleep. When you don't have enough of it, it screws up your hormones and then causes all kinds of stuff to go on, including inflammation in your gut. Hormones are all out of whack now. Belly fat's going to start packing on, right? All these things come into play. A few more. Working out too hard causes inflammation in your body. What? Yeah, just simple working out can cause a little bit of inflammation in your muscles, but that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. Your body will recover from it. It's what it takes in order for you to build muscle. But what I mean by like, you don't have to go hardcore beast mode crazy, and you definitely don't have to go 7 days a week. I often have conversations with many people like, would you please work out less? And they're like, what? Like, yeah, your body needs time to recover. Working out too hard can start affecting you in negative ways. Okay, that is a thing. So maybe some of your days just go for 30-minute walks. Okay, working out too hard, injuries, and being sick. All these things cause inflammation, right? So how do we get rid of it? The opposite of some of those things, right? To truly get rid of inflammation in your body, you need to get regular sleep. Again, sleep. It should be part of your overall wellness routine. I know the women in our coaching programs, we measure all things. A lot of these things we're talking about, on 1 week, we dive into a sleep focus. How much sleep are you truly getting? And if you're not getting enough, then we're going to start calling, texting you, remind you at 8 p.m. or whatever time we decide that, hey, it's time to shut off your phone, stop scrolling Facebook, time to go to bed. You need sleep. I know that sounds silly, but we do that for grown women because we often need it. Okay, sleep. Limit your alcohol. Okay, limit it. It causes inflammation in your body. It's not really worth it. It's not a great habit to have on a daily basis, and I see it often. To reduce stress, some people go to a cocktail. They like to wind down with it, right? But just think of what it's doing on the inside. Maybe do something different. Instead of winding down with a drink, wind down with a walk outside. Enjoy some sunset. Take your kids with you if you want to. Take some quality family time, okay? Wind down that way instead. Limit gluten and dairy, again, if those are things that trigger you. Eat more whole foods, less processed. Meal prep. There's ways to do it. I'll do some more videos. Check out some of the other videos. Here in the app, I'll talk about some meal prepping things that you can do. You do not have to spend hours upon hours in the kitchen meal prepping. So when I say meal prepping, a lot of people freak out like, I don't have hours to spend in the kitchen. Because there's some, I've got a video that I will show you. So check out here in the app, 35 minutes, cooked all my lunches for the week and my snacks. There's a ways to do it that's more convenient, right? So, but you can get it in. Limit eating out is another way to reduce inflammation. There's so much hidden stuff, all kinds of stuff in foods from restaurants. They want it to taste good. They want you to come back to eat that yummy food again. But think, what is that yummy food doing to my body? Be cognizant and aware of like, how do I feel after I eat all these things? Because that's what it takes. Sometimes we go to an extent of even journaling. Okay, so I want you to eat this food, but then I want you to journal afterwards. Like, how does this food make me feel? And then you're going to remember when you are faced with that food again, you know what? I remember how bad I felt the last time I ate this. I'm not doing that again because I don't have the rest of the day to sit around with an upset stomach. It's not worth it to me, right? Mindset shift to make better choices. So limit eating out. Listen to your body. And what I mean by that is rest when your body is screaming at you that you're tired, exhausted, and you need rest. Rest. Okay. And then a couple other things that I always suggest too is take a good quality probiotic. Probiotic can really be, or there's a couple things that you can definitely get. I know a lot of things that I take, a lot of the women that I know take, just for the gut health. Gut health is so important. If you don't focus on it, it's not going to change, right? And then there's even things, inflammation tea is one of my favorites as well too. It's one of the ones that I use. A lot of the women in my program use. Reach out, happy to share the recipe with you. But here's the biggest thing. Inflammation is one of the biggest common causes of why you might be eating so clean and working out so hard, but there is nothing happening. Your weight's not coming off, your belly fat is still there, all the things. Sometimes it's the simple inflammation that you need to focus on, all these other things, not just eating clean and working out. There's more to it than that. What are you putting in your body? How much rest am I getting? How much stress am I just holding in, or am I learning ways that I can actually manage it? Right? So much goes into it. I hope you got value from this. If you have questions, my inbox is always open. I'm always happy to answer questions. You can actually join our Facebook group too. Below this video is our link. Come join it. We're teaching on these topics all the time, and I will see you on the next episode. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you got some value from it. Make sure you subscribe here to my channel so you don't miss a thing. You can also follow me and many other amazing women over on the Life Network for Women, and catch me on all my social media platforms at www.acfitmama.com, and I'll see you on the next video.